Hi there.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Alan Whitty. I'm sorry to bother you. I didn't know what with the sign. I didn't want to ring the bell. I was afraid.
Yeah, I mean, I got some buddies that they're kind of like really like paranoid.
Oh.
They knew about this, and yeah, they were like, "Oh man, you gotta make sure that you get this on tape." And
okay,
so
okay.
yeah.
I'm from the Census Bureau, and I've spoken to your wife a couple of times.
Yeah.
I don't know if this looks familiar or not.
No, I've seen it.
But what it is every 10 years by law, we have to take a census, as I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
And in the past, some people got a long form, others got a short. The only thing they can release is statistical data. They can't release your name, address, nothing personal about you. But by the time they got the data from the long form, it was outdated, it was no good. So in 2010, everybody in the country got 10 questions only. And the reason for that is because they picked 3 million addresses each year, and 128 School Street was chosen. Now, the most important thing I have to tell you is this, okay?
Yeah.
The survey's mandatory by law.
Yeah.
Every question isn't.
Oh.
Something bothers you, don't answer it.
All right.
And I'll give you options, when we go through it. I'll say,
Okay.
you don't want to tell me? Don't tell me.
All right.
And
That sounds reasonable.
And I'll say to you, if anything bothers you, just tell me, hey, I don't feel comfortable answering that, and we'll get around it,
All right.
Okay? That's my job, is to kind of make you comfortable about it, and, So, and it's much easier to do on this. I know you guys are busy. I saw the legend
I've been,
adorable.
I gotta tell you, man, I've been working like a dog out there. Yeah.
Oh, well,
You guys know how that is.
I guess, the only thing I can say is thank God, I guess, at
Yeah.
this point, Okay, 128 School Street.
Yeah.
Okay. Private residence, you have direct entrance. And it's going to ask your name.
You can call me Oliver.
Okay. And last name?
Cromwell.
Okay. And your wife?
Let's just,
Mary?
I that's one of those questions I think that, I don't think it really matters, and
I can put in Mary Doe,
Uh,
and it's legitimate.
you can put in
you
whatever,
know what I mean?
whatever is,
Okay, can I put in Cromwell, or would you rather go by Oliver Doe?
uh,
It's perfectly legal to use another
again,
name.
I don't, it doesn't matter to
Okay.
me, what you put in there. Now, this isn't the actual census, because I'm pretty sure that I took that back in 2010, I wrote how many.
Yeah,
people-
no.
Okay.
This they should. I'm not saying you got it.
Yeah.
Believe me, they should have mailed you 2 of these. Okay. And,
Oh, I've received them. I mean, like I said, it's so busy out
yeah,
there.
of course.
I
Hey,
mean,
listen, don't say. You give me a job. I'm a retired.
I-
I'm a retired teacher. This is my retirement
understand.
job. So, okay. And the child. It's a female, I think, right?
it's,
If I'm wrong.
again, I'm not gonna get into that. I don't think that's really relevant. The only people,
Yeah. No.
we answered the census in 2010, so
Yeah.
the amount of what I wrote down, I believe, was 2. There was 2
Okay.
people
You
living
don't wanna
here at
put
that
the-
time.
You don't want to put the
Yeah.
baby in.
I'm just not gonna answer that. So you can put down whatever you like.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to make you comfortable. I'll
I'm
just put 2
plenty
years.
comfortable.
Okay.
So I'm not sure that these are actually mandatory, even though I know they tell you that this is mandatory, but I have a differing point of view on
Yeah.
that. So,
Yeah. Well, okay. Okay. I'm
So,
just gonna-
like, what actually happens with all these, all the data?
What they do is they use the data to give, first of all, for federal funding, where it goes, okay? And they use the data, particularly from the Census Bureau now, like you see a lot of times about the unemployment rate, things of that nature, okay? They use it for that. They also use it regionally, like, I'm gonna make up a stupid example. Suppose you were gonna move to Montana, and you were gonna open up a toy store. You'd wanna know what the age group in Montana is. What do how many kids are there? What's the population density? What's the cost of housing?
I mean, there's not
those
private
kinds
firms
of-
that collect that kind of data?
Well, I guess from my perspective, the Census Bureau is probably the most accurate.
Okay.
And everything is kept. Confidentiality is incredibly high. You're much better than I am, but I have trouble remembering the stupid passwords because they keep changing them, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
and I'm not getting any younger,
I-
you know what I mean? So,
My answers are anonymous, I take it, so they wouldn't even tie my name to the answers.
no,
That's the way
so it, you know,
understand this.
you know, don't, like I say, I just want you, you know, it's my job to make you comfortable.
Yeah.
That's
Now, is
the
there like,
most important
is
thing.
there some kind of publication or a handout that they give you?
You
Well, I mean, specifically to tell me like what my rights are for not answering questions I feel might be intrusive.
I don't know, you can probably go online, I can give you the information that I had already left with the letter explaining it.
I mean,
Title
all I
13, you
saw
can look
is,
up Title 13, I'm sure you can
yeah, I've
Google it.
looked it up. I'm not sure that Title 13 actually applies to American Community Survey.
Okay.
I believe that it more or less, I mean, and that's not something that we're gonna solve here on my front porch. That's something that would have to,
Yeah, yeah,
you know, obviously
yeah.
the US Marshals would have to
Yeah,
come
no,
and arrest
they're
me.
not gonna
and
arrest- hey,
They'd have
hey,
to drag me off the court.
Let's not get.
No,
they're
I
not.
I
They're
hope
not.
it doesn't
They're
come to
not.
that, but yeah.
They're not gonna- Believe me, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna stand here and lie to you. Okay, we got a male and we got a female. Date of birth, don't tell me,
No.
okay? Can I have an approximate age?
No, I'd prefer not to. I think that, you know, head count is all that's necessary. And we provided that in 2010. You know, I mean, you know, the intention of the census is to apportion delegates for, I mean, I'm sorry, representatives in the House of Representatives.
Well, the long form, you know, I'm gonna ask you about your apartment, you know, either it's about housing, it's about income, that's the part, you know, I'm not supposed to say this, I tell you not to answer. Just, you know, hey, if you feel it's none of their business, none of their business. What it's designed to do is, like, for example, and this is why they picked the 3 million addresses. 10 years ago, I'm making this up, okay? You and I were spending, you know, let's say 8% of our income, okay, for heating, okay? Today, we're spending, you know, in some cases, 18% of our income for heating. So that's the way they use the statistical data, okay? It also asks about, like, you know, people commuting. The average person in the Northeast commutes 35 minutes to work, you know. The education level in the Northeast, X amount of people have high school education, that kind of thing, you know. And that's all they can do is put statistical data out there,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean,
That's what it's designed
I'm
for.
just not sure that the federal government's really the responsible party for that. I would think that it's something that the states should survey. But I mean, you know, again, we're not going to solve that on my front porch. It's for,
Okay,
you know.
okay.